Henry tells me you've been playing at being a detective.
Well, I was. It's finished now.
Good.
I've got the truth.
And what are you going to do with it?
Stop Henry. He wants to make out my father was an idiot. Now I can shut him up.
Is that all you think about?
No, of course it isn't. They need to be given a little truth after all these years.
What truth exactly?
Now, gentlemen, I trust our latest offer has become irresistible to your shareholders.
We admit we've had our difficulties, Mr. Kempenflat. In an age when the public seems to prefer tinned beer from the supermarket.
You can't resist an offer that ought to keep the Simcox family in a steady flow of Bollinger full.
There's one matter that's causing us a little concern. Probate action about the late Simeon Simcox's shareholding.
Yes, now, who do we have to buy the shares from?
No doubt that will depend on the outcome of the case.
Apart from that, I take it we're all happy.
Got to get into work.
You're not crossing our picket line, Dad.
It's up to me to get in there. There's things in there ought to be put right.
Now get lost, Dad.
I've got to get into work.
No, you haven't. He's retired, you know. He's been retired all these years. Sometimes he forgets about it.
I'll call again if it's more convenient.
That's right, Dad. You call again when the dispute's over.
No, very tasty, dear. Thank you.
It's a while since we went on that holiday, George.
You should never have given it to him.
Given it to who, George?
The old rector. He was given more than he was entitled to. He was all take, was the old rector.
No, that's not fair, George. Our Leslie took it and gave him that ornament. Boy meant no harm. Leslie was always made welcome up at the rectory.
I had to go and speak to him about it.
You did. We all remember it clearly. It was the only time in his life Leslie took something he wasn't strictly entitled to. We all remember when you went up to speak your mind to Mr. Simcox.
The old rector always got that much more than what he was entitled to. It's been a worry to me.
Was just rushing out to Worsfield Cathedral. 24-hour vigil for better industrial relations. Have you come for a good old bash at the problem of evil?
No, for my father's bits and pieces.
Oh, right. Well, I'm sure Monica will show you. It's jolly naughty, but these vigils can be deadly boring. Dr. Simcox, darling, can you show him the stuff in the attic?
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
Hello, Dr. Simcox.
Hello, Mrs. Bulstrode.
Come on in.
Thank you. After you. No, go ahead.
We've got planning permission for the site. Perfect position for a shopping centre. It'll mean job loss at the brewery, of course. There's a rather pathetic sort of demonstration going on about that. They seem to think that if the great British public is deprived of Simcox bitter, they're going to rise up in a sort of revolution. When, as we all know, the great British public is perfectly happy with lager and lime in another supermarket.
Why come to see me?
Because if you win this wretched lawsuit, I'm going to have to buy the old parson's shares off you, Titmus.
And if I lose, you'll do a better deal with Henry Simcox?
Oh, yes, I'd much rather do a deal with Henry Simcox.
If I win, I'll charge you top price for the old man's shares, naturally.
Which leads me to wonder if you should be fighting this case at all. A sordid sort of legal scrap about the will of a well-known constituent. And there are those in the local party who think that...
It doesn't look good.
Exactly.
Like rented dinner jackets, made-up dicky bows, and meat teas, and string vests on summer holidays. I don't give a damn how it looks, Kempenflat.
Then perhaps I ought to warn you. Oh, you're a little more vulnerable these days.
You mean since I became a minister?
No, I mean since you married one of the Worsfield peace women.
Charlotte was never one. You read my statement to the press.
Oh, yes, everyone read that. It's just not everyone believed it. Don't be misled by our local members. Or they may have blue hair and hats, but underneath those hats they have very suspicious minds.
You're the top. You're my Lady Grace.
My dears, we are finally launching Pilgrims. Good luck to all who sail in her. And may she receive 21 Oscar nominations, and may her grosses hit the front page of Variety. And may she make us rich and famous for the rest of our lives.
So long since that Christmas at the rectory.
Jack Bolfax must really be kicking himself now that he didn't take up his option. Galaxy International must be plenty sore at him. Do you remember when we first had the conception at that restaurant on the coast, huh? And you disappeared into the John and never came out again.
That was his other wife.
Of course. She walked home. His other wife walked.
She wasn't dull. You could always say that about Agnes. Never dull. Oh, excuse me.
Not dull.
Oh, hello.
He says that to me.
Oh, really?
Agnes wasn't dull.
She walked about 30 blocks along Sunset.
I've always backed Henry up. Always.
Oh, I can bear witness to that, Mrs. Simcox, so you have. Through 8 rewrites of Pilgrims. And it's paid off, you see. I mean, we got the end money guaranteed.
And what do I get for always supporting Henry? For always being on his side, against everyone?
Fine.
It tells you. That's one thing to be said for Agnes. She was never dull.
That was Fred. He wants me to go down to Hartscombe to see Mother.
To see Dorothy?
Apparently she's ready to make some sort of statement.
Oh. Is Fred on our side now?
I don't know. I honestly don't know what Fred's up to. Anyway, I'll have to go. Do you want to come?
Of course.
My dear son, the weather here is still glorious. Plenty of conkers under the chestnut trees. Do you play conkers at school? I had an old champion once that had beaten 24. No, don't write that down. We're about to go to court against the Simcox family about the old rector's will. I've no doubt that we shall win. They haven't got right on their side, Nicky, and they know it in their hearts. It'll all be yours in the end, of course. All those shares in Simcox Brewery will be yours. And neither Master Henry nor Master Fred will be able to do a thing about it.
Oh, not you again.
Yeah, Arthur, hang on. George. George, you're retired.
Never retire. Mistake to retire. Mother doesn't want me at home, getting under her feet all the time. Nothing to do but sit out in the garden. Of course, I always paid the rector his wages. He did that regular. Not that he ever did a stroke of work for him, except marches and pinching other people's ornaments.
Look, I've told you once, this is an official dispute.
Come on, George. But it's the balance sheets. It's all the company balance sheets, pre-war. That's what needs to be looked at.
What do you want, George? Do you want to see your old office?
It's got to be looked into.
I'll let him in his well past working. Go on, George. Go and have a look round. Go on. For old time's sake.
What on earth are you doing here?
Oh, I'm not blaming you, Mr. Trafford. No one could blame you. It was done in your father's day. It was done in Mr. Pym's time. I think it was meant kindly at first, and then it got written up wrong. All those years ago. And nobody noticed. Of course, I shouldn't have passed it. Not when it was written up wrong. It's been on my mind. It's got to be put right sometime.
What's got to be put right, George?
Oh, Mr. Pym. If that's what you say it is, Titmuss, that's the way it goes to the auditors. Oh, your father was never a gentleman for reading through the accounts.
Young Dr. Fred's still out on a call, but he asks you to come in.
Typical. Thank you. Young Dr. Fred. I suppose if you never move on in life, if you remain exactly where you were planted, you can be called young till the day you die.
Not exactly cosy, is it?
It is the room of a man totally unaware of his surroundings. Or of a man pretending to be unaware of his surroundings. That's the impression he wants to give us.
Is Fred so devious?
There's absolutely no limit to the deviousness of little Fred. He'd like to convince us he's quite uninfluenced by the thought of money.
That's not true.
It's dishonest. Most people who say they don't care about money usually are. Or else they're after something even more unpleasant.
Such as?
Moral superiority, the principal vice of my father.
I thought you said your father was meant to be mad.
Well, that too, of course, yes. Madness was his other vice.
Sorry I'm late. Oh, good. Henry's given you a drink. One of the hump boys up at Mandragola managed to get his hand caught in a tractor belt. Gave me a chance to do a bit of stitching.
Oh, jolly decent of young Hunt to get his hand caught in the tractor, then. Mother coming here?
No, I said we'd call on her.
For dinner?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
I don't know why you should want to come all this way. I expect you've already had something to eat.
Well, as a matter of fact...
It isn't a dinner party, you know. Simeon and I always avoided dinner parties. It was because I started to notice the way people eat. I never listened to what they were saying. I just watched them chew. Or slip food into their mouths when they thought you weren't looking. Or worse still, pick their teeth furtively with a little fingernail. Once you notice the way people eat, that's an end to dinner parties.
Well, perhaps a cup of coffee. Lonnie, would you mind?
Mrs. Nout. You know, old Dora Nout lives in Hartscombe now. Anyway, she sent me some elderflower wine. I do wish she wouldn't. It is particularly revolting.
Fred told us you felt ready to make a statement.
A statement? Good heavens, about what?
About our father.
I think what Henry's looking for is some sort of explanation.
Oh, dear. I hope an explanation won't be necessary.
It wouldn't be if Henry decided to drop the case.
We're fighting to the end.
Perhaps I should tell you what I did the other day. I got a box of our father's bits and pieces out of the attic in the rectory. You know what I found?
Anything important?
Well, together with the bust of Karl Marx and Religion and the Rise of Capitalism and circulars from the Peace Pledge Union, down at the bottom of the pile, there was an old record. Pinky Pinkerton's rendering of You're the Top. It contains, if you remember, the immortal line, You're the top, you're Lady Grace. It's something Grace Fanner plays to everyone. It even got played at parties. She gave a copy of it to our father.
What on earth's the point in dragging us all here to tell us that someone once gave Simeon a gramophone record?
There wouldn't be any point at all if only you hadn't said that our father was insane.
Well, go on, then. What do you want to have said about him?
He wasn't in the least mad. He wasn't a saint either. He was a man who falls in love, like anyone else, and can't possibly explain it.
But that's exactly what I've always said. Our father's behavior was irrational. Who are you suggesting he fell in love with?
Do you want to tell him?
I don't see why any of these things has to be said.
I suppose it was about the beginning of the war, wasn't it, Mother? I suppose that was when Charlie was conceived.
Charlotte?
She was really the problem, wasn't she, Mother? She wasn't beautiful. She wasn't interested in clothes. She wasn't even a snob. So Grace hated our father's child.
I don't believe it.
That's why he felt so guilty. Poor Simeon. He was guilty about practically everything. Living off the shares in Simcox's brewery just like any other capitalist. Not having sufficient faith in socialism. Not believing enough in God. Having a child he couldn't acknowledge who got no love from her mother.
I'm afraid it's only instant.
And having a secret from me, I suppose. It couldn't remain a secret forever because of Tom Nout. Tom saw Simeon and Grace. I don't know where. He wasn't bad, you know. Tom was never bad. I don't suppose he'd have said anything to anyone if that stupid woman hadn't gone after him about his poaching. No. She complained to Nicholas so that any stories Tom told about her could be called malicious slander. In the end, Tom never told Nicholas. The only person he told was me. Perhaps he thought I should know. We were friends. We both knew the woods. I used to show his children where to find the spider orchid. Anyway, Tom told me And I persuaded him not to tell anyone else. With a bit of help, of course, like building his old hut, things like that. I don't think I could have managed on my own, but I did have a friend. A friend to advise me. He was sensible, much more sensible than Simeon. And he was kind to me. He knew that Simeon would probably want to pay for his adventures in the end. So Dr. Salter left me this little house. And I must say it's a good deal less drafty than the rectory.
None of that explains why Simeon could possibly want to benefit Leslie Titmuss.
Poor Leslie. He was never a particularly happy child. Your father must have been delighted when he married Charlotte. Someone to look after her, a great load of guilt off his mind. But then Charlotte became unhappy, died. Simeon thought perhaps she'd killed herself, and it was all his fault again. He had to pay a debt to her and to her child, so he left his money to Leslie. It wasn't entirely his idea. We both thought if he left his money to Leslie, Nicky would benefit, and I'm sure he will.
It was your idea?
It made him feel better about all the wrong he thought he'd done to Charlotte. Oh, and it was such a little thing. He knew you'd be all right. Henry will be all right, he said. Only that character you put on, oh, I suppose it's some sort of reaction to your father, pretending to be a crusty old English blimp. Simeon was afraid that'd grow on you. You'd be trapped in it forever if the wind changed or something. But he always said Henry will be all right. He's got the gift of the gab. And you? And he always knew Fred was the strong one. Fred is indestructible, he said. Yeah. He thought it was Leslie who needed help. You see, Leslie loves money and power and all that sort of thing so much, he's bound to lose it in the end. Those things only stay with people who have a certain contempt for them. He was afraid for Leslie's future and for the future of his dead daughter's child. It's such a long story. And it all happened so long ago.
Well, I really don't see what this has to do with our case. After all, there's no proof any of it ever happened.
Only the letter our father sent to Grace when Charlie was born. She kept it with all her old gramophone records, bits and pieces of jewelry, scraps of the past. I don't suppose she really cared whether Nicholas found it or not.
Where did you get this?
It was being offered for sale, more or less on the open market. Leslie Titmuss knows why our father left him the money, and he can prove it wasn't insanity. The case is over.
Prove it? What the devil can he prove?
Most of it. I sent him a copy of the letter.
You sent him a copy?
Why on earth did you do that? You've lost our case.
It's not over yet. I'm going to make sure it's not over.
Poor Henry, what are you going to do now?
See the lawyer. Remember, Mother, we did all this for you.
We did, Mother. Honestly, we did.
Look after Henry. He needs you to look after him. You've upset your brother.
I'm afraid so. It was the only way, Mother. Really, it was. I had to stop him somehow, didn't I?
I suppose so. Just don't expect anyone to love you for it.
And train back for your 5 o'clock at the Ministry. I didn't open that one, sir. It seemed to be personal.
It's from Fred Simcox.
Dinner with the Worshipful Company of Fishmongers. And
Fred Simcox sent
you'll
me
want
this.
to be back in the House for the wind-up of the defence debate.
He sent it to me.
Looking ahead, we've got Nicholas's first weekend out from Knuckleberries. I've tried to keep the Saturday clear, and I believe the new job opportunities lad in the garden's collecting up the conkers.
Get the lawyers. God's sake, Douglas, get the bloody solicitor. Send a car for Rattling. I've got to see him as soon as possible.
Where, sir?
Wherever I am.
It's true, isn't it? It's the reason he did what he did. Because he let me marry his little byblow, his wrong side of the blanket. Because he'd let me have one of the Simcoxes, and I didn't know a damn thing about it.
I can't imagine how even Charlie could marry you.
I know. I must seem very disagreeable to you. I don't know anything about lying and cheating and saving up traces of old adulteries as though they were something to be proud of. That's not the way people carried on where I was brought up.
Your family must have led dull lives. I always thought so.
I only know this. If Henry Simcox goes on fighting now, I'll drag you into court on a subpoena and make you spit out the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
There was something about me that he couldn't resist.
God help him. Who else knew what had gone on? Did his wife know?
The long-suffering Dorothy. Oh, yes, of course. She knew everything.
Tom Nowt told me.
Yes.
I don't think anyone else knows. Only Tom.
I can't explain it.
No.
I can't explain it at all. I've tried. I've really always tried to believe in a fair society and equality and freedom. All the things that she found utterly ridiculous.
I don't think this is about politics.
She's selfish, spiteful, trivial. God help her, she said she enjoyed the Blitz because she liked to hear the sound of breaking glass. She's everything that I hate, everything that I despise, and I found her absolutely irresistible. How can that happen?
It's all in the past now.
Yes. I suppose I recovered my sanity.
I hope you don't regret it.
The affair?
No. Recovering your sanity. Come and let's pick some apples. And we won't talk about it anymore.
Tell Brooks to bring round the motor.
Yes, my lady.
We are going to pay a call.
Laura! I'm going out. I'm going up to the manor.
To her ladyship?
I suppose I owe her an explanation. Perhaps not. Perhaps I don't owe Grace Fanner anything.
You're not going.
No, Dora, I'm not going out.
You may put the motor away, Brooks. I really have nothing to say to Dorothy Simcox.
That wraps it up, surely. Perfectly clear, logical, rational explanation for wanting to benefit my family. They won't want to go on with it now, will they?
No, I don't suppose they will. The question is, what are you winning exactly?
What? The Simcox inheritance. We know what that is, don't we?
Let's say we thought we knew. See, when the Simcox family business was reconstituted back in the early 20s in a certain Pym Simcox's time, the Reverend Simeon was given a large number of B shares. Now, they carried no voting rights whatsoever. And by rights, they should have produced no income.
But he was always paid.
Indeed, but it seems that at that time, the family realized he had no other means of support except for a rather miserable stipend. So they doled him out a fairly comfortable income. Now, because he was paid regularly, it was assumed in the accounts department that he had A shares producing regular lolly. So, well, a bit of a mistake crept into the annual returns.
Worthless.
An old fellow who used to work in the accounts spotted it.
Oh, yes. Yes, I know that old fellow well.
Find out what the hold-up is, will you, Wilkinson?
I will. Worth absolutely nothing. Minister, I think they're ready for us now. Nothing. Had to be put right.
It had to come out sometime.
Yeah. Yes, the truth had to come out.
He had nothing to give us. Nothing. I wanted to give him this. It's all I could think of. And he gave us nothing. Honestly.
Worth nothing?
Shares with no voting rights, producing no dividends, paying no income, in a private company. Of course, they'd been wrongly entered for years. We've discovered that now.
All you great lawyers, QCs from London, and you've only just discovered that.
What's the matter? Aren't you feeling quite well?
Well, honestly, it doesn't matter, really.
Doesn't matter? But he was deceiving us all these years, pretending to us all he was well off. It's you I'm thinking of, Francesca.
Oh, Dad, honestly.
I was planning to do something for you.
Do what? Give me money?
Well, don't you undervalue money? I've had to work for every penny, remember?
Down the film studios every morning, hewing scripts out of the coalface.
Sometimes you sound exactly like your mother. The same gentle tongue. Sometimes you look exactly like Agnes.
You never got to know me, did you? You might have got to quite like me. I ought to have told you. I hate loud music. I've never taken drugs, and I absolutely don't give a damn about huge, great, spouting whales.
Hello, Fred. Hello.
Simon was just fined by the magistrates. But I expect you read it. It was all over the Hartscombe Advertiser.
Yes, he did rather well.
Well, no thanks to you, Doctor. You didn't even go to court for him.
No, he rather lost his powers of persuasion.
Have you heard we're leaving?
Yes, I have.
We sold the house. It brought us absolutely no luck. What was it you used to call our house? Tom Nout's old cottage? I should have known there was something evil about that place. Well, goodbye, Doctor.
Goodbye. You ready for Saturday night, Joe?
I don't know. Don't seem to have the puff I used to have.
Oh, trumpeters go on forever, don't they? Satchmo was nearly 80.
Yeah, well, Satchmo didn't have to work all day lugging crates and enough license. The point is, the only point is that our member, the Right Honourable Member for Hartscombe and Worsfield South, lied in public.
Isn't that putting it a bit strongly?
I have a cutting from the Daily Telegraph. I can categorically assure you that my wife was never a member of the CND, says Minister.
That was a lie.
I've just received this list of subscribers to the Worsfield branch of the Campaign for Nuclear Disarmament. Charlotte Grace Titmuss joined on January the 1st, 1983. Her subscription seems to have been paid regularly until her death.
What's the row about, Minister? Is it true you've been asked to stand down at the next election? Is it to do with your wife's death at Worsfield Common, Minister? Are you thinking of retiring, Minister?
So far as I'm concerned, this is a routine meeting of the executive committee of my local party. I have no further comment to make. Thank you.
If this allegation is true, then there has been a breach of that trust the party must have in its members' word.
Of course it's true.
You admitted that?
That I lied when I said that Charlotte wasn't a member of the CND. Of course. Did you want to give a boost to the pacifists? Think of the publicity they'd have got out of that. Minister's wife says ban the bomb. Did you want that sort of headline?
Point is, Mr. Titmuss, you told a lie.
Yes. Of course, we all owe a duty to tell the truth. But we have other duties. The duty to protect our country and not to give a propaganda weapon to those who would strip away all our defenses. My first thought was not to give the disarmers the satisfaction of claiming my Charlotte as one of their members. But I had a deeper reason. And here I must make a statement of a very personal nature. I am accused of lying. Very well. But can I ask you this? Is there a man among you who would not lie in a moment of grief to protect the honored memory of the wife he loved? Of course we owe a duty to tell the truth. But we have other duties. The duty to protect our country and not to give a propaganda weapon to those who would strip away all our defenses. My first thought was not to give the disarmers the satisfaction of claiming my Charlotte as one of their members. But I had a deeper reason. And here I must make a statement of a very personal nature. I am accused of lying. Very well. But can I ask you this? Is there a man among you who would not lie in a moment of grief to protect the honored memory of the wife he loved? Don't ever apologize for winning. Never apologize. Never explain. Christopher Kempenflatt can go on wanting me to resign forever. When you win anything, Nicholas, you're entitled to feel triumphant.
I'm worried about this director. It's all coming out like a school play.
Trust me. Look, Henry, with some directors, the rushes look great and the picture looks lousy. Other directors, the rushes look lousy and the picture looks great. Now, which do you want? This guy's good. Believe me, I know him.
Ready, Mr. Buglass?
Yeah, so trust me.
Now, boys, I know you've got work to do, but let's keep it down to a dull roar, can we? Now, Hart, on action, I want you to turn your head towards the window there with a significant look towards the window. And as he does that, Henry, I want you to come down here, come down here to the pew and give me your line from there, right? Right. You give me your line of dialogue from there, okay? Then I'll cue the lighting change. Now, Steve, I'm going to cue the lighting change from here, right? I'll give you a hand cue from here for lighting change, okay?
Michael, can you spare me a moment of my valuable time? Just 1 minute, huh? What are you doing? We had to talk about this.
Shoot, I'm doing this picture for you, Rennie.
If you love me, shoot.
Okay, let's go.
Settle down now, we're going this time. Right, camera ready. All right, turn over. Hush, please.
Sound running.
Right, mark it.
Pilgrims, 127, take one.
Action.
I knew it was time for me to come home.
Simeon, my dear. That's not my Simeon.
Cut it! Kevin! Can somebody keep people from coming in that way?
I'd love to get you on a slow boat to China, all to myself alone. Get you and keep you in my arms evermore. Leave all your lovers weeping on a faraway shore. Out on the briny with the moon, big and shiny, melting your heart on stone. I love to get you on a slow boat to China, all to myself alone.
So that's it. No one got anything from your father.
Well, we got what we are. Me and Henry, in our different way.
Leslie got nothing?
Leslie. I think he created him more than anybody. Poor old Dad. God help him.
Well, that's a bit sad. So you think we're just what our fathers and mothers made us? Don't we have any choices?
Yes, we had a choice once. You and I mean. I made the wrong one.
It's a bit late to think about that now.
It's not late. I don't think it's late. It's never really too late, is it? To begin?